Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a Germany day. Conscription and a ban on quitting jobs. Germany's chilling World War III plan revealed in face of Putin's threat. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Germany has revealed its plans for what life in the country would look like during war with Russia. Its 67-page roadmap for life during World War III would see young people conscripted, weather forecasts axed, and subway stations turned into bomb shelters as the country shores up its eastern border with NATO. The Framework Directive for Overall Defence lays out exactly how ordinary men and women would be affected by the war. National conscription would return, and citizens could be drafted at any time.
Wait a minute, national conscription would be returned, so they can just lift up, they could just, because I know they got rid of your conscription. I think I read it was in 10 years ago, 13 years ago, like a while ago, they scrapped your conscription, and they would just bring it back like that without a vote if it was a war. Let me know in the comment section if you would take up arms so readily if your government decided that they were going to have a war with Russia. Would you take up arms and would you fight for NATO? Let me know in the comment section below, because it's very presumptuous that, you know, people are just going to be like, yep, okay, I'm going to get involved in this war. In the UK, if I'm being completely honest, I do not think that it would be supported by a lot of people. I don't feel like there'll be many people that will be like, yeah, I'm just going to take up arms and fight for the country. I don't think that would happen. We don't have conscription. I don't think we've ever had conscription. I could be wrong. Maybe World War II there was, but I don't think it was mandatory. Yeah, it was mandatory for World War II, but after that it was definitely scrapped. And I think the consensus in England is like young people don't want to fight for the country. So it's interesting that she was like, yeah, Germany said you'll all go and pick up arms if we get into trouble.
Those 18 or older could be forced to stay in certain jobs that provide essential services, and if need be, food would be rationed to one hot meal per day. The government could even...
One hot meal per day. I mean, it's funny because that's what I'm doing currently. I'm doing intermittent fasting and I eat one meal a day, and yeah, you'll be fine, but that's a bit harsh.
Stockpile wheat, rye and oats in secret spots. But in order to stop an epidemic, the government insists bin collection would continue even during war. Underground garages and certain cellars would even be turned into temporary bunkers.
Wait a minute. Bin collection, to stop an epidemic, bin collection would continue? Wow, I didn't even think about that. Have you ever thought about that? I've never thought about the fact of how essential our bin men are. People that collect trash, collect the bins. How essential that is, because without bin collection, waste builds up, then disease starts spreading. Wow. That's crazy, right? They're so essential.
Bunkers. And extreme cases would see weather forecasts and reports banned completely. Presumably, it would help Putin's troops to plan an attack. Companies across the country would focus on making defense products, and hospitals would gear up to handle a large number of casualties.
Oh, God.
The plan was revealed as fears of an all-out war between NATO and Russia creep higher and higher by the week. Only days ago, Putin vowed to send his terrifying set of long-range missiles to allies across Europe after learning of the West's renewed support for Ukraine. His war...
Oh my God. Guys, what are we living in? What are we living in? I was just thinking right then, like in England, obviously we would have to do the same. And I know I laughed and I joked about the conscription and that no one would take up arms. But I think we would all have to either take up arms and fight for the country, fight for NATO, fight for Europe, or join one of the essential services like bin collection, like the NHS, the health service. Me personally, my background is in working in a hospital. I worked on wards with nurses. I've worked in occupational health and therapy, occupational therapy and physiotherapy. So my job, I would go back to doing that and working in that kind of environment. Jeez.
His war against Kiev has now raged on for more than 2 years.
Поставки оружия в зону конфликта – это всегда плохо. Тем более, если это связано с тем, что те, кто поставляют, они не только поставляют оружие, а управляют этим оружием. И это очень серьезный и очень опасный шаг. Когда на украинской земле появились первые немецкие танки немецкого производства, это уже произвело такой морально-этический шок в России, потому что отношение к Федеративной Республике в российском обществе всегда было очень хорошим, но очень хорошим.
I don't know what to say. That's scary. The way he's talking is like he's very disappointed in Germany because you've helped Ukraine and you've actually sent military equipment to them, and he's basically saying you're now an enemy.
Хорош. Теперь, когда говорят, что сейчас еще появятся какие-то ракеты, которые будут наносить удары по объектам на территории России, это, конечно, окончательно разрушает российско-германские отношения. Мы понимаем, что, как говорил один из известных немецких политических деятелей, после Второй мировой войны Федеративная Республика Германия никогда не была в полном смысле этого слова суверенным государством.
Who's he quoting? Please tell me that's not Hitler. I don't know who he's quoting right now. Yeah.
Nämlich Grenzen mit Gewalt zu verschieben, wenn man die Macht dazu hat. Zugleich fürchten viele Bürgerinnen und Bürger, dass der Krieg weiter eskalieren könnte, dass Sicherheit und Frieden auch bei uns in Gefahr geraten. Sich Sorgen zu machen um den Frieden, daran ist nichts Naives oder Anrüchiges, wie es manchmal dargestellt wird. Sorgen der Bürgerinnen und Bürger sind etwas, was wir respektieren und ernst nehmen sollten. Ich jedenfalls tue das. Als Bundeskanzler trage ich die Verantwortung dafür, dass kein Kind, das heute in Deutschland geboren wird, jemals Krieg in unserem Land erleben muss. Das hat für mich absolute Priorität. Wir haben uns mit...
I don't know, man. I'd be scared. I don't know how you guys feel. Let me know in the comment section below. But if this was the UK, like literally giving like tanks to Ukraine, I would freak out. I'd be like, we cannot get involved. You guys have taken the moral stance of actually really getting your hands dirty. But what that means, not just for Germany, not just for you guys, what that means for us as England, we are your sister country. Like, we are literally across the pond. You taking that stand, if Russia decides to attack you guys, we will be coming to your defense, without a doubt. The whole of NATO will. And that could trigger World War III. So this is not just scary for you guys, this is scary for me. Yeah, it's scary for everyone in Europe. Like, got to tread softly, because Putin is warning. You know, this you know, getting involved doesn't look good.
Mit unseren Verbündeten eng abgestimmt, wie wir darauf reagieren, so wie wir das immer machen. Und wir haben gemeinsam noch einmal bekräftigt, die Ukraine hat das völkerrechtlich verbriefte Recht, sich gegen Angriffe auf ihr Territorium, auf ihre Städte und ihre Bürgerinnen und Bürger zu wehren. Das gilt
You only got claps from half the room.
Auch für Angriffe wie im Raum Kharkiv, die Russland aus Stellung im direkt angrenzenden russischen Grenzgebiet durchführt. Um sich gegen solche Angriffe zu verteidigen, kann die Ukraine auch die von uns und unseren Verbündeten gelieferten Waffen einsetzen, immer in Übereinstimmung mit internationalen rechtlichen Verpflichtungen. Und zugleich sage ich ganz klar, es ist richtig, dass wir uns vor solchen Entscheidungen, vor solchen weitreichenden Entscheidungen wieder und wieder und wieder mit unseren Partnern und Verbündeten eng abstimmen.
Yeah, because the decisions that you guys make affects all of us. All of us. As a NATO, it affects all of us. If Russia turns around and attacks you, they attack all of us. And that's it. You know, we're going to war. It's not even going to be, there's not even going to be like a second thought. It's like, we're going to go to war. It's scary. It's scary. I can't say I'm not worried. I am, because it's escalating. It's not de-escalating. We should be trying to have peace, but I just feel like we're just getting closer and closer and closer. There's only so much of this that can continue without the balloon exploding. Do you know what I mean? If we're not trying to de-escalate, it's just going to escalate. And it just takes one escalation, one misstep where Putin feels like, oh, this is not... And we could be in full-blown war. And we can't have that. We cannot have that. We cannot have that. I don't have any words.
Dann kommen Sie doch wenigstens weiter hier in die Mitte rein. Das ist jetzt nicht gut.
120mm smooth bore gun in combination with the stabilization system.
Today's exercise sends a clear message. A message of deterrence to Russia. A message of German reliability and determination to our allies, particularly here to Lithuania. And a message also into our society in Germany. Our Bundeswehr is resolutely pursuing the path of national defense and defense of the alliance.
Oh my God. Why are we like this as human beings? Have you ever thought about that? I have. I just feel like, why are we like this? Why do we fight like this? Why can't we have peace? Why can't we work together? Why is the world is crazy, man.
We have 5 to 8 years. And 5 to 8 years when the reconstitution of the Russian forces is at a level that an attack against NATO territory might be possible. I once again say might be possible. For me as a military, 5 to 8 years means I have to be ready in 5 years. And we have done all the things which are necessary, and we are continuing with this. So we have procured a lot of material which will be in the next couple of years, before 2029, will be here in our stocks, will be in the forces, so that we can train, we can equip the forces, and we can train with the forces.
We, Germany, NATO, Lithuania, and all of us are ready. We are willing and capable to defend every inch of NATO territory, from north to south, from east to west, 24/7.
All this posturing is just exacerbating the situation. That's the problem. It's the we're going to show our might. We're going to show that we have this protection. But it also comes, it's aggression. So it's just going to get Russia riled up and worried and scared about their borders and feel like, oh, they're trying to, you know, like, aggression gets met with aggression. And it's just going to continue to escalate. It's going to continue to escalate. And it needs to, it cannot, because we're gonna end up in a war. I don't know how long we can continue on this trajectory without ending up in a war. And the types of weapons we have now, World War III is not possible. We will decimate the planet. It's the end of human civilization. If we really use the weapons that we have, the weapons of mass destruction, the nuclear weapons, it's the end of humanity. We cannot be in a war. This cannot continue. It's really scary, guys.
To link up with the medical evacuation team. This process will now also... German comrades bring the wounded to the medical evacuation vehicle.
So I'm talking from the back.
Wow. Don't you think that's scary, mate? Like, I just keep saying it's scary, but it is. Look at all the drills there. It's almost like, I know it's they're saying it's preparation, and you have to stay ready. If you're not ready, then, you know, you're very silly to not be ready. But sometimes when you, when you say things enough, you do things enough, you give things energy enough, they will come true. If they keep talking about World War III, if they keep talking about a possible incursion, if they keep talking about Russia and needing to fight and protect NATO, if they keep speaking about this, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. There needs to be a de-escalation. There needs to be peace. And we're almost too far. It's almost too far gone for peace now.
Step closer so that you can see what they do. It's okay. It's not sterile.
Yeah. I have no words, guys. This video is supposed to be about conscription, but it's actually much more than conscription. It's about World War III and the possibility of World War III happening. And I do believe in my lifetime I will see, unfortunately, another world war. And it's very scary to think about. We cannot let it escalate to that level. We are too intelligent as a race now, as the human race. We're too intelligent. We've learned too much from the past to ever get back into this primitive way of being. God, I hope and pray that we find a way out. We find a common ground, because we cannot end up in a world war again. Guys, this was supposed to be a happy video. It didn't turn out very happy, because it's actually very scary. I don't like thinking about this stuff, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, I will see you very soon.